All right, so first question. How many daughters are you and your wife trying to have?
Well, 4 now, yeah. So 4, I thought it was just going to be 3. So, yeah, we had a little surprise, unexpected surprise, and had another baby. And just literally a few hours ago, a couple hours ago, found out if it was going to be a boy or a girl. Found out it was going to be another girl. I was trying to sort of prep myself for it to be, it's going to be a girl, it's going to be a girl, but it still was a bit of a shock. Not that, hey, I love my girls, I was like, all right, if we're going to accidentally have another one, here's a chance to get the boy, we get the boy. I haven't been training. I thought maybe, doing something a bit different, right? Like you talk about, athletes and having a lot of girls and things, that's meant to be a thing, right? Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, I wasn't training as much. Maybe I lost my fights so I could have a break and have a boy. Maybe it was meant to be like that. No, it wasn't the case. So it's all good though. Well, I feel like a girl dad. Nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely nothing wrong with that. And I feel like, people on the outside, not that we expected you to come in here and be sad or you're down or you're like in a different frame of mind, but it's like the losses, the time off. You came in and this is like the most fun I think I've ever seen you have at a press conference. I mean, you come in here and shake everybody's hand. It's just like, what is different? Like what is the mindset? What can you kind of share with people? Like where are you at and why do you think you're enjoying this moment?
I don't know. I guess I'm just... Yeah, I don't know. I thought I'd usually do enjoy it, but I am enjoying it. I think I enjoy the whole process of everything. Even doing we do our like skits, cooking with Volk. We're doing a lot of things. So I'm in front of the camera a lot, and when I'm out with the people, I don't know. I'm just vibing, just calm. I'm not trying to, say the right thing. I'll just say whatever's on my mind. I guess I've always been like that, but a lot more comfortable with it now. Yeah. Confident with who I am, and just comfortable with who I am. I think, over the last couple of years, you've probably seen that, but it's just even more so now. And I am just enjoying it. Yeah, I'm coming off 2 losses, but I'm gonna change that. Like, I'm not worried about that. That's in the past. You're going to see the champ again. My hand gets raised, and you're going to see that same active champ you've always seen. And you will be reminded. And then you will see he's like, oh, yeah, that's why he's not down on himself and all that. Because he knew he was going to be champ.
And when you have success for as long as you did, and you're standing on the top of the game, and then you do suffer some setbacks, like when you look at those, do you like, I made a mistake there, or like I did something here, or it just wasn't my night? Like how do you reflect on those losses? What do you chalk them up to?
There's a few things that goes into that, but I mean the break that I had was great. The longest break I've ever had, but it was really good to as I said, work on myself. Get a better understanding of myself, grow as a human being, grow as Alex, but understand who Alex is and who fighter Alex is, and get a better understanding of that, because that was hard. Like, why, you're champion and that's all you know, and you just got a training schedule and no energy or time for anything else. That's why I just wanted to fight. I didn't know what to do in between the times. But having that break, I really was comfortable with just being me. And then I knew, there was questions. Am I going to be able to flip the switch? Am I going to be the same guy once I flip that switch? We found that out early, like as we started camp nice and early, that we would. So I'm, we're kicking ass in the gym right now. The weights, we're ahead of schedule, and we've still got plenty of time. So we're just going to keep going.
Yeah, and clearly the switch has been flipped, and you're talking about not just this fight, but you're going to be here a while, and you're going to turn around quickly and everything. But when you did have those conversations of like, am I the same guy? I saw you say that in another interview. What was that like to just like try to honestly ask yourself, like, am I still that guy?
I'm always honest with myself, always. So I will always have the questions and I'll just brush them off. And like the same with that, I was brushing it off. But you got to remember, yeah, I'm coming off 2 losses, but that's the longest break I've ever had. So even when I'm having a bit of a break, I'm in the gym a lot more. So I even pulled back on the gym. For once in my life, or for once in my career, had my training schedule and fighting second, like after around my life, right? So I trained around everything else. First time I've ever done that for 15 years. So that was different for me. I'm not used to that. It's so you are gonna ask yourself, it's like, all right, this is unfamiliar territory, unfamiliar feeling. Have you lost it? Like, what's going on here? You mustn't want it anymore. I was like, no, not really, because I remember I've accepted that I'm having the break. All right, have you accepted that you're done? I was like, no, I haven't. I'll be back. All right, I'll flip the switch. Will you flip the switch? Like them, you will ask yourself these questions. But I would always answer myself, go, relax. When the time comes, you'll flip the switch. Don't worry. But I guess you won't know till you decide to do that. There was times where, maybe a short notice fight could have come, and then I wasn't I just got told that, oh, this could happen. I'll put my hand up. Let's do it. Yeah, I'll do it. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, get me in the gym, ready to go. So I had little moments where that'll just fire me up and ready to just whatever's thrown at me, take it on. And then that wouldn't be the case. So I'm like, all right, chilling. And then we started getting close to a date that we knew we were going to sort of fight at. And that's where we started ramping. So I started training full schedule, but it wasn't until, maybe 4 months out where of the date that we knew we were going to fight, where I was like, okay, let's start doing some fight simulators. Let's start even game planning. We did everything early. And as I've been saying, all week, even the dieting and just everything around it. Everyone knows I bust my ass. I train hard. That's always been something that I'll always have and always do. But I probably could have done some things better. My nutrition, maybe lay off the alcohol, stay away from the alcohol. I wouldn't do it so close to the fight, but maybe I could, further out, I could lay off the alcohol. But I could have done better with my nutrition. I decided to do that this time, 14 weeks out from the fight. No cheat meals, not even a cheat meal. And everyone knows I love my food. Not even a cheat meal, because I'm like, I want to bring that weight down. I want to be moving fast. I want to feel sharp. I want to feel like me. I don't want to wait till 2 weeks out from the fight and be like, all right, yeah, I feel sharp again. But I had this whole camp of me moving around like a slob. I didn't want that. So I was like, all right, we'll get stuck into it. And that's what's different for me. That's just I can't even, if I'm allowed to have a packet of chips, but I won't do it. I can have, even today, my coach Joe, we love having a pho, but I'm like, I can easily have it. I won't put on any weight, but I might put on, because of the sodiums, that the scales might look a bit heavier tomorrow, and I don't want that because I'm weighing myself, every couple of days already, and just little things even all the decisions around my week and my food and everything, just making better decisions, keeping myself accountable in not only in the gym, even outside the gym, which is something a little bit different, which I know just shows that people can point to, oh, his losses made me do that, or the time off, or just me understanding that, if you want to have this one last crack at the belt and defend and want to, be active and want to make the most of this last crack, or however you want to look at it, let's do it properly. So I think it's more that rather than the losses. I'm over the losses. I'm going to get them back. I'm going to get the belt back. I'm going to defend. You're going to, that's just going to add to my legacy or add to the story. And then even that fight, maybe we can get a rematch further down the track, and maybe it's all meant to be.
Yeah,
because it wasn't for the baby boy. So, the losses, so maybe it was for the storyline later down the track.
And of course I was going to ask you, again, you're having a great time. I can feel how much you're looking forward to coming back. How much do you wish it was Ilya?
So that's what we thought it was going to be. I did the face-off. So originally, early, that's what I wanted. And then it got to a point where I didn't know what was happening. And you're hearing him even talk about maybe moving up. I'm like, is this just negotiations? What's going on? So I didn't think too much in it. So we're still game planning for Ilya. And then you're hearing, could it maybe be Lopes? And then I'm like, so by this stage, I'm like, all right, just give me anyone now. So it was, my first option obviously would have been Ilya. But then it got to a point where I don't care, just make sure I'm fighting for a title at this date, because I don't want to wait any longer. That's sort of where we're at. But now, first option probably would have been the rematch against Ilya, get that win back for the belt. If not, him vacating and I fight Lopes. You know what I mean? Or, because I thought interim was going to maybe be an option.
Yeah.
It's even one up from that. I'm fighting for the actual title against a young, hungry guy. I wanted to, I want to get that win back, but I also want to prove that I can beat this new school.
Yeah.
And I want to do that with Ilya. He's gone, but I can still do that with the new school. I can still, part of my comeback story is still that I can take out this new school. I still got these guys. Trust me. So it's that's still good for my story. Lopes, young, hungry, he's on a tear at the moment. Go out and do that and be like, oh wow, Volk still got it.
Yeah. Last thing, you just did your first stare down with Diego. Took the shirt right off. What made you take the shirt off with the stare down?
Just want to take it off. I mean, like I said, I don't usually have abs this far out from the fight. So I was like, let's get them out. You know what I mean? That's probably my honest answer. I wish I could say it was more strategic than that. But no, it wasn't. It was just, you know what, I'm going to get it off. I thought I was going to be the only one. So I'm like telling the guys, I took the mic off nice and early, and then I look over and then the boys already have their shirts off. The guys that were before us. I'm like, oh, well, that ruined that. I'll still take it off anyway. Show some abs.
Well, I'm excited to. It was a fun press conference. Excited to see you in Miami, man.
Yeah, good. Yeah, everyone turned up. We didn't have to say much. A lot of respect between us two. But we'll put on a show fight night.